Okay, to start off, let us talk about a bit about the history and evolution of JavaScript. So, hello everyone, hopefully you all are fine. Like everything, JavaScript has also its own history and evolution. So, let us see the language which is currently many people say the most popular language on this planet, how it evolved and how it came through. Okay, sorry. So in 1990 there was this boom of the internet. So there are many companies who wanted that their information to be accessed through the internet. In 1993 a new browser was created which was known as Mosaic, and in 1994 Netscape was formed and they created a browser which is called the Netscape Navigator. Then there was HTML, CSS came in those days, but they needed a bit of interactivity. So I guess you understand what happened, that there was boom of this internet, a browser came known as Mosaic, then Netscape was formed and they also created a browser known as Netscape Navigator. So this is the guy who is known as Brendan Eich, and he was hired to solve the problem and he made the language in 10 days. Can you believe he made this whole programming language in 10 days? Many people say that the irregularities or inconsistencies of this language are due to this, maybe. So the language which was created at first by Brendan Eich was first known as Mocha. Then it was later named as LiveScript, and then it was named as JavaScript. So it was a marketing move which was named after Java, because at that time Java was the most popular language. And Java, you can say that Java and JavaScript are not same, in the same way car and carpet are not same. But the name Java has its copyright with Oracle, means you can't create a language which is known as Java lang. So next, if we go, then Microsoft always wants to stay ahead of the technology. They created a language known as JScript. It was open source, unlike JavaScript, for which for JavaScript you needed to buy Netscape Navigator browser because it was done to do business. Okay, now what happened is, all of us know about the ECMA, that is European Computers Manufacturers Association, who provide standards and guidelines for many programming language. Netscape went to them, and then ECMAScripts 1 came out in 1997. So we can say that Microsoft didn't want to follow, but many languages were going in different directions. Then ECMAScript, the ECMA Foundation or whatever you say, they told that you all need to go in one direction. Microsoft didn't want to follow that, but they had to. In 2000 there was this .com bubble, and in 1999 Netscape was in loss, and finally they had to sell the company. So I forgot to mention one thing. JavaScript came out in the year 1995. Okay, it was bought by American Online, and they took the source code of Netscape Navigator, and that was open source, currently which is known as Mozilla Firefox. In 1999 there came this new version known as ECMAScript 3. Then there was ECMAScript 4, which was created, but at that time it was not very popular. So these are just standards given by ECMA. Okay, and ES4 was adopted by Micromedia, who created ActionScript. In 2005 there was another revolution which is known as Ajax. That is, you don't need to go a separate page to perform a search operation or many other things. In 2006 jQuery was created, and it took JavaScript to a next different level. Today jQuery might not have a very popular, it might not be very popular as it was many years back, but during the time the guy who made jQuery was John Resig. Currently he is I think a technical head at the Khan Academy. So the main plus point was jQuery provided strong browser support. It was supported across all browsers. Then I think in 2008 or 10, Bootstrap came. The integration of Bootstrap with jQuery took it to the next level, and till date many people still like this combo. Though as of the current version, Bootstrap has ditched jQuery, but jQuery was a revolution, and it made the job of many developers easy, providing many things out of the box, and many can still get started with jQuery without knowing much of the JavaScript. Google created their own browser, and they made an engine known as V8 engine. So there was a guy named Ryan Dahl who created Node.js. With the help, you can take JavaScript out of the browser. Okay. In 2009, we had ES5, and JavaScript was evolving at that time. And in 2005, this was the biggest revolution of JavaScript. That is, it took JavaScript now had all modern features such as fat arrow function, let var and const, and many things. JavaScript finally evolved, and it was the biggest kickstart or step in the history of JavaScript. So that's very much it. Another thing I need to say that Ryan Dahl also created Dino, which is the same runtime environment like Node.js. So the main objective was you could take JavaScript outside of the browser, and he made some mistakes while creating Node.js, so he wanted to correct those. So I believe you can see how JavaScript evolved like many other languages, and we see everything so smooth, but it took 20 plus years for JavaScript to come so far. So as of now, that's very much it. So hopefully, I hope you understand now the history and evolution of JavaScript. Thank you.